Do you then believe in a part of the book and disbelieve in the other? What then is the reward of such among you as do this but disgrace in the life of this world, and on the day of resurrection they shall be sent back to the most grievous chastisement. And Allah is not heedless of what you do. 86 These are they who buy the life of this world for the hereafter, so their chastisement shall not be lightened, nor shall they be helped.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Sulaiman Rahim here, Messenger of the Covenant, breaking 7 seals. Brothers and sisters, I still having a lot of technical issues here. So I'm going to get a short version. I'm still working on it. But this requires some time to really, right, to really explain it. I'm getting a short version. Hopefully by tomorrow, I'll be straight. I'll get a long version. I'm getting a short version. But no doubt, anybody that's been paying attention, that these people who that verse is talking about, because they believe in part of Scripture and disbelieve in the other. What about, they never mention the covenant. Never mention the second part of Abraham's covenant. They were going home. They deny it. In fact, they're calling God a liar. They're calling God a liar. God gave his word that we would return home to Arabia. Look at the map. Between the Euphrates River and the River of Egypt. That's true. That's Egypt. It's on the map. They said we ain't going anywhere. So they're calling God a liar. What you think the reward for calling God a liar is? They're constantly repeating it. Quiet before the storm. The whole world knows this war is not over. The war started, the war in heaven. It's just a pause. And which Ken starts over again, which very soon will be dramatic. Then I'll give a more detailed explanation, hopefully tomorrow. So I'm going to get a short version. Apocalypse, war in heaven. Where we are right now, brothers and sisters. But see here, now this gets back to this. I'm just going to go over this quickly. Mention of the covenant. That's critical. That's critical to Malachi. Because it says Elijah was preparing the way for this one. This is the one that purified sons of Levi, healing his wings, and bring you home. If you understand, Angel Kia says the earth would burn as an oven. That means America, all Europe. But see, those fools, they have no knowledge of angels, so people that have knowledge know right away they're fools. They never mention it. Never. Why? It's right there. It's fundamental to Malachi. That's where they say Elijah is the one. Well, he's eternal leader of the nation of Islam. That's not what it says. Messenger of the covenant is who they should be seeking. Okay, what about the next one? Abraham covenant. Okay, it tells you exactly. And this made a covenant with Abraham, saying unto that seed, which is not Farrakhan, because he says follows the devil. He's not seed Abraham. I will give this land from this land. This is what land? From the river of Egypt unto the great river Euphrates. Look it on the map. That's Arabia. And then this one here. It says, in that sea shall all the nations be blessed. That sure is not false Israel there. The only place they've ever blessed themselves. They've never been anybody rich with themselves. Everybody's got rich off only nation that everybody's got rich off is us. Slave labor for 20 years. Made America rich. America turned, made others rich. And then they went after our brothers in Africa and took what they had from them. Why? If America was so great, so beautiful, if Europeans so great, so beautiful, so smart, why were they taking other people's stuff? How come they could make all that happen in Europe? Because Europe was a shithole, which they made. Nobody made it but them. They made it a shithole. When all other nations was prosperous and clean and healthy, these people would refuse to even take a bath. A whole life without taking a bath. Imagine that one. Okay, I'm gonna talk about some go to it generally, brothers and sisters. But credentials. See, if you if you say you represent something, you should have the credentials Let's go through a few credentials here. Okay, who's the Lamb? Someone who has broken the seven seals. Angel. Now, has Elijah broken seven seals? He never claimed he broke them. The Master Muhammad breaks seven seals. He never claimed he broke them either. And this so-called clown calls us son of man. He hasn't broken them. Farrakhan, he don't claim he has broken them either. But yet still, that's the one that's going to be with the God. Tells you in Angel, they mentioned Revelations. There's a qualification. You have to break those seven seals. Have they? If they haven't, they have to in order to be credible. As they said, that's a badge. You present your badge. I'm a police officer, right? Oh, I'm a badge. Okay, that's one right there. Have they broken the seven seals? Okay, let's go further. He said we have wool hair and bronze skin. Well, Muhammad doesn't have that, neither does Farrakhan. Son of Man, we have wool hair and bronze skin. I should put Son of Man there. Right, so I missed out. I'll fix it. Neither one of them have that. See, I was one thing Farrakhan trying to use it, but that's when Wallace was around. That's one of the things Wallace and Farrakhan used to, when they was knocking Master Muhammad. He couldn't be a son of man. See, but now, they just got all new, like Papa got a brand new bag now. That's what they were saying. He was a trickster and he couldn't have been the son of man, but now all of a sudden he is. That's Farrakhan and Wallace. He couldn't be because he don't have a white boy. See? Neither is Farrakhan. So that rules them out, both of them. And then the Christ, because the Antichrist, because they will be conceived at the same time. You understand Scripture, because there'll be a star rising in the east, means he would have to be in the west. And it's an exception. So both will be, if this 2025, both will be 76 years old. Both. Badges. And then, who's this messenger of color who suddenly come to Elijah's temple? Been asking all the other clowns I did, probably never even met Elijah. And he couldn't come to Elijah's temple after Elijah's gone because they got rid of that. And then it's called a mosque. These are the badges. You got these things that, credibility. They got to have to show these badges. I don't think any of them show any of this. And then Jonah, son Jonah. Okay, he said he would spend 3 years locked down on Demon Island. 3 years locked down, refusing to go to the NOI. Well, have you been locked up, Farrakhan? Let's see what we got here. Okay, that's okay. Those are just some of the badges right there. It's a lot more. Son of Man. Now, that's another thing here. See right here? Sperm. You begin as a sperm. Don't let me tell you, well, God made you in the womb. They don't understand what that means. You start as a sperm, so you came out from your father. That's who you started. That's who you was. Sperm. That's who you was. And so you started out alive, right? You went to an egg, use that material in the egg, develop yourself. But you start out with that sperm, and actually the brain starts as the material, starts the brain comes in the first, and then it builds the rest of the body. Again, the brain it forms first, head forms first. It brings the rest of the body. So what it's talking about, Son of Man, is that brain cell that begins to give birth to the body. Can they be born in the day which means born? It has to be fertilized, the egg. It has to be fertilized. Who's the sperm is doing it? Who's that sperm cell? That's the Son of Man. He's going to build a body, the same DNA that he has. What about that one? Let's go a little further here. The harsh. What's that about? Because that, that brain cell, that sperm, it starts building a body with the same DNA that he has. That same DNA. It's just different aspects of DNA is activated, right? Same DNA, just what orders is activated. So one becomes a foot cell, one becomes a leg cell, one becomes an eye cell. They all have the same DNA. If you look at all the cells have identical DNA. And when they clone something, they can take a cell from a lamb foot or whatever and clone a whole new lamb out of it. Why come from foot? Because it has the same identical DNA. It just, what is activating, what's not activating. Look, everything is fake in this reality. So we have to make things, when the real comes, it destroys. It said, make all things new. It means destroying all things that exist. Make all things new, all things exist. What? Because you bring in a new structure. And since this is a fake structure, you bring in a real structure. Because all this is fake. But in the season of fake, the fake man rules. You understand that concept? In the season of fake, the fake man rules. In the winter season, the winter person rules. Summer, right? So they create a fake reality. The real one comes in because everything, they pretend they're us. Everything is fake. And that gets to the problem I was talking about. How do you solve that problem? Because everybody's being fake, trying to convince trying to get along with people. And so everybody, but the point is, if you're part of the DNA of Suleiman, of son of man, right, then you won't have that problem. See? Because he's activating you. He's activating you. You're going to be a foot cell or brain cell, whatever. And that's tribulation. Because the thing is, right now, you got a body, you got bad DNA mixed in. You got to root them out. Then you got a DNA that's there, right? But the body is deformed. You got feet where the hand should be, all that kind of stuff, right? Because everything is fake here. It's fake design, fake everything else. They got us upside down. That's part of what you got to do with the tribulation. With everything right respect. So you come out here, you're walking on 2 feet, you're shaking with 2 hands instead of shaking with 2 feet and walking on 2 hands. That's why people right now, they're all messed up. That's why people say, well, let's sit in, let's march. No, let's think. Because people don't want to think. They want to everything else. Because they've been taught to do everything else. Let's march to anything but think. Even go to the gym. They go to the gym. They lift weights, but they won't lift a book. Physically, but they ain't gonna read it. I see people all the time. You talk about all this stuff, and then you set them up some math. All their eyes glaze over. But you got to fit in that body. Obsolete. Watch this carefully. I got to move. I'm moving quickly, brothers and sisters. You here? I really need to talk about this one, brothers and sisters. This might happen right before your eyes. You don't even know what's going on. Negro bus, rest in peace. Just to give you a little background. See, we were the original robots, Negro butts. That's what capitalism is all about. People get work out of people, we're paying them less because it's all about profit. That means it's all about exploitation because you don't pay a person what they're worth. If you did, then you wouldn't make any money. You make money by paying them, getting more out of them and less, and that's slavery by definition. They got a lot of work for us. We create a paradise for them, and they create hell for us. Symbiotic relationship. See? We cook, we fix, we create cornbread and biscuits and ice cream and wine, everything for them, right? When they go to the bathroom and shit pisses out, that's what they gave us to drink and eat. Chitlins, urine. In fact, yes. Some of these are so cruel, right? Because the only way we get water, he had to get it from them. And Mass won't let you go to the well unless he watch you, because he want to make sure you drink that water. And the water you got, had to give him. And sometimes the water you got was just wastewater. He didn't care. As long as you had enough water to keep you going. And that ain't chitlins. And you still, somebody's still blind to that. Just take the C off there and put the S there, and you know that's exactly what it is. Chitlins if you ever cooked it. But right now, what does that mean? Remember the concept. The concept. Maximum profit, minimum overhead. Right? So now, you move into the, so what does, we'll talk about that in a minute. You say to yourself, robot, right? Okay, that's no overhead. You just gotta keep all in and programmed. They don't need you anymore. See, why would they don't want you. They only keep you around. They only, like I said, they brought us over here because they need us. And then once the Industrial Revolution came, they had a big war because that was about us. And they got us out of the field. They didn't need us in the fields anymore. They tried to get rid of it. You heard of Liberia, all kinds of things. That was a big thing. The problem is right now, they want to get rid of you. They're trying to figure out how to do it. But now with the robots, there's your replacement. They don't need you. And what they going to do with you? They're not going to give you there'll be no job for you. Muhammad told you that. There will not be no job for you. He didn't understand this yet. Maybe he did. I don't know. There wasn't any robots around. He was around. That's your replacement. Negro bus, rest in peace. Because they don't need you anymore. They got robots do all this stuff. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You don't have anything. Farrakhan, he ain't built a damn thing, but he want to call you names and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to talk about that again tomorrow. He want to curse you out and pray to worms eat your ass and pray to Allah and all this kind of stuff. He's the one that destroyed what you was building. That's no story. I'll tell you that maybe tomorrow. Okay? That's the near future. You got Bill Gates and these people that's talking about they say what they're saying is we got to cut the population down in Africa. Why say Africa? Because they can't say it here because then you wake up. They might get rid of black folks. They say, well, Africa. Black folks here. They're saying they can't say. They pretty much openly say it. Why? Why they got to get rid of us? I'm going to go more detail. I'm getting a short version, but that's your replacement. So once they put them in, what they going to do with you? They got to get rid of you. You overhead. They got to feed you and clothe you and all that kind of stuff, and you ain't producing anything because they got these. They don't get no headaches or anything, and easy, and of course, anything. They don't have to get a paycheck, anything. It's minimum overhead. It's maintenance. Keep them operating. It's happening right before your eyes, and you ain't paying attention because you and all that kind of stuff. They got your head up. Farrakhan's behind. Employee, now watch this. See, I say everything is fake. This is right here. Here's you in the fields in the hard cars, and you working. Right? You got a mule, get you back and forth to the field. Right? There's your house back there, a broken down thing, right? And you got your supervisor watching you. Make sure you stay, right? Okay, let's look at this. Oh, well, now you're working on a plant out here in this industrial complex, right? You have a mule, now you got a car. There's your ragged house that you are. Now ask yourself, what would a slave look like in industrial age? Let's say, for instance, you was back in the fields. And they say, okay, Negro, we're going to pay you now. We're going to pay you $1 a day, $1 an hour. Right? Now you got to buy your own food, right? And you got, and you got to buy your own mule. You got to take care of, buy your own mule. You got to put your own place. But what if they price it where the house, you make $1 an hour, right? So that's what, $2 an hour. So if you work for, that's $40. But say it takes $40 just to rent that apartment a week. Can't do it. That's what they price. They price it. You understand? So now I got to work 80 hours. 80 hours. So I can pay for that and have $40 left. So I can pay for that car that gets me back and forth to the field where I need to be there to work. I need to be in that field to work. Otherwise, I won't have a place to stay. And I got $40 left. And then, I got to pay for it. But then, how much food? Mm-hmm. Oh, so, hey, Mama, tell you what, you got to get out there too. You got to get out in that field too. Yeah, we're getting out because we ain't got enough. I can't make enough to. Plus, we're gonna have some kids. You understand this, brothers and sisters? You're still a goddamn slave. You're just an industrial age slave, and they price it right. So now you pay for this. So if you're back in the fields, they just give you money. So you say, I ain't slave him, I'm an employee. My master, he ain't my master, he's my supervisor. He paying me now, I'm getting a check. Now I can buy that old raggedy ass shack. See? I can buy that old a mule. He was giving me free, I buy my own clothes. Yeah, but how much money you got to do that with? Oh man, I can't work. I got to work 8 hours I got to work 80 hours a week, 80 hours a day. Well, 80 hours a week, right? I got to work 16 hours a day, man, to pay this off. And master, make sure I work hard. I can't play around. Otherwise, whoop my ass, fire me, punish me. See here? Same thing. Yes, that's what the same damn thing. Just to give you money, now you think you're free. We wasn't doing that before we came here. We didn't work for anybody no 9 to 5. Had no supervisor. Now you got to pay for this stuff. What you use your car? A car to get back and forth to the plant. And look at the apartment you got. You ain't living in no damn mansion, you live in a damn ghetto. And you're working 80 hours a week. And then you got your mama out there, you got your wife out there working too, because you can't afford it. You don't get it? You're still a goddamn slave, all of us. But they just changed the name of employees like they changed chitlins. From chitlins to chitlins. So they changed, call them employees now. Same goddamn thing. And you may even work harder than you was before. I'm telling you, I spend more time. It's triangle of fate. All right, did I spell that right? Maybe now. What happened here? Oops. I didn't know I was doing that. Okay. It's a triangle of fate. You got capitalism. That's what that is. Slavery is capitalism by definition. Minimum profit, maximum profit, minimum overhead. It's slavery by. If you go look up capitalism, they didn't even use the name before slavery. They came that idea concept. They didn't use the word capitalism until slavery started. Wall Street was one of the main financial. When it was the main financial state place, right? And that's where the Wall Street, where they lined slaves. That's where the big slave trading center was. Wall Street, that's why they call it Wall Street. They just slaves along the wall. Financial. And then they call it capitalism because that's what slavery did. They can't tell you that. Capitalism is the economy of slavery. Okay. Christianity, it justifies it. He was Ham, was supposed to be slaves forever. Jesus said so. And democracy, you can say everybody on board. I'm going to do more about democracy no time, right? We didn't have no power of democracy. It makes you think you got it. We didn't have it. Because see, democracy, okay, put it this way. Okay, you say your body. Okay. Now your brain can decipher what's right or wrong, right? Say your brain ain't in charge, your body's in charge. But your brain, I'm hungry, I eat. This, you just do whatever body, you don't control it. You have no control. You just do whatever your body tells you to do. Well, that's democracy. So you can't do what's right, you just do what you feel. So that allows them to do, it gives them another way of justifying what they're doing. Because they said, well, it's democracy, everybody voted for it. So they can say, it's not about doing right and wrong. Somebody can say, well, that's the wrong thing to do. Yeah, but well, you can't make this because you say it's right or wrong, it don't matter. It's what the people say. I'm gonna do this democracy a little more later. You see what I'm saying? Because democracy is not about, it's about lack of discipline. See? Capitalism is an economic system of enslavement. Just Christianity justifies it. Democracy, right? It takes and I don't say justification, right? But democracy, like I said, I say Christianity justifies it. It does. Democracy, I'm gonna use a different word. I'm gonna leave it different right now, bosses. Democracy, right? No discipline, because they can't say what's right or wrong. It's not about right or wrong. It's about doing what everybody wants. And you don't know what that is. So there's no control. Right? You do it, and let me leave the process. I'm going to talk more about that tomorrow in a more detailed way. So I want to go through this quickly. Watch this.
I gotta do this. Do you mind? Yes, I'm gonna do something. I don't want to put my brother on the spot. See, this is this. This is something else. Love and faith transcends color. And the reason why we embrace Father Flay as a brother is because we find him on the battlefield of justice, being a true disciple of Jesus. And the last thing I'll say is you'll never call us racist.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because this day that we honor
Yes, sir.
Master Fard Muhammad, if you see an image of him, put his image up.
Yes, sir.
That's the man whose father was a black man and his mother a Caucasian. And how many of us have a parent that's a Caucasian or grandparent? It's not about color. It's about our submission to the will of God. And in that we find common ground and unity.
Yes, sir.
So I'm only one shade lighter than you. And Mustafa may be 4 more shades lighter. We a family.
Yes,
Let's stay a family and be a family and love each other as God would have us to love each other. We love you, Father. Happy Savior's Day. Thank you. I had to do that. We love you. Go ahead.
One more time, brother.
Total fake. Elijah Muhammad would have a stroke. He saw something like that. Total fake. None of that would ever happen. Came close when Elijah Muhammad was around. He goes totally against the lesson of everything else. Total fake. Total fake. Total. And that's what I'm saying. Truth comes to bring all things new. That means he's going to destroy everything that's old, the old way, all of it, destroy it. If you're going to make all things new, you got all things. That means everything that's not made new is going to be destroyed. So the Son of Man will send his angels out and gather together everything that offends and destroy it. So they'll be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Anybody fucking around here, brothers and sisters. I'm trying to give you the idea of what's going on here. How tough this was. I know none of you realize, I guess it's going to hit you like a boom, big Mack truck in the head, in the face. I know it was like a power went out today on just, you mean, I told myself, wow. Right? Because you get ready for something like that. Because used to it. So when it goes out, and it's going to go out permanently in a minute. I was upset because it went out and I was trying to get something done, right? And I caught myself. I said, wait a minute, it's going to go out permanent in a minute. Because you got used to it. Those folks right there, every one of them, you watch, they're going to be begging so hard in a minute. Please, I'm from son. Oh, but there'll be no forgiveness. None. To make all things new. Get rid of all defects. And they're part of resistance. And so to make all things new, you have to destroy the resistance, right? And they all know they're lying. They know they're lying because it's easy to prove they're lying. Just ask certain questions. What about the measure of the covenant? What about, it says right there, God says that we're going home to Arabia. How can you talk about that? What about measure of the covenant? A lot of things you can bring up. So what are they about? Some are demons, some are traitors, some are agents, which make them either demon or traitor, whatever. Anyway, brothers and sisters. Fake. It's all fake. How would you understand that? Everything around. Except angels, the only thing, right? It's like sealed Bible is all about fake. That's why it was sealed. If it's sealed, that means a sealed version ain't the real one. But it's sealed, now you got the real thing. The real thing is locked in, locked down. Because of the fake rules. Adam ruled in a fake world. Now the fake world has come to an end. When it's come to an end, now listen to this. Listen to this. Let's watch this one.
And whether you like it or not, the new ruler is black. He have hair like lamb's wool, and he has feet like burnished brass.
Yeah. Now look at that, bro. He's telling you. He's telling you right there. See how fake this is? He's telling you right there, and they still, he don't have a head like lamb's wool. His feet like brass, and they ain't matched for him either. But he's just telling you. That's the rule is going. That's what it's going to be. So what are they talking about? You know what I'm saying? He said it right there out of his own mouth. That ain't him. What are we going to do, Farrakhan? What are we going to do? Because that's what he was saying in a minute. He ain't got no answers. Maybe he told to be quiet. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What's his answer the last few days, right? Pray, pray, pray. Really? That's the answer. So you try that if you want to. I help those who help themselves. He doesn't change the people's condition. They change their own condition. You need a mathematician to figure that one out for you. Just like psychiatrist figure it out for you. He's not going to change your condition unless you change your own condition. That means if you don't change, don't get changed. I mean, woo. How complicated can it be? Allah helps those who help themselves. I mean, if you help yourself, you don't get helped. See how the way they word things, and fools just step all over it. Trip all over it, I should say. And there's Euphrates right there, and there's the river Egypt, there's Arabia. That's the best supposed to go. I'm gonna leave it there, brothers and sisters. Hopefully tomorrow I can go get a long version. Assalamu alaikum.